There's a mountain of clothes that you can apparently see from space. That's just one of many heaps of fabric and discarded clothes that is covering this planet. I am on a quest to work through my stash and to buy as little as possible. Stash over there, stash down here, stash in boxes at the bottom of here, wool on that side, and a few other places that I might not remember at the moment. I also have 3 suitcases in England at the moment that I'm trying to get here that's full of my clothes and more stash. So, my name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage and welcome. Today we're going to talk about stash busters, working on alterations and orders, and life in general. Let's start with today's hashtag, which is hashtag Friday Sews. Started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And if you go and click on that hashtag, there is some amazing seamstresses and sewers and everybody in between that is posting on there. So when you're looking for a rabbit hole, that's your hashtag you can go down. But let's talk about stash busters. At one stage, I loved to work with viscose lycra. I used to have a shop, very small. I would make 3 of each, sometimes 4, small, medium, large, extra large. And I would use my body as the pattern and then grade the patterns. I love to have mix and match and would add every season so that you can use last season's stuff and just add 1 or 2 new things. That shop does not exist anymore, but I still have some of the scraps left over from then. And this was an off-white viscose lycra that I made a few things in. And it's literally just pieces, like this size about. All of that is just pieces. So I've decided it's time to use it up. I also have quite a few things in this stash that you see over there that is cut out and ready to go, and I've just not felt like making them. And on my school community, I've been talking about a challenge of working through all the things that is whips. A whip is a work in progress, and I have lots of those. Because sometimes I go into batch cutting and then I cut out a bunch of stuff and then I get bored with it because now it's done in my head and then I move on to the next thing, which does happen with an ADHD brain. And I have a suspicion that a lot of you have the same type of brain. So, as an ADHD brain, the best thing I can do is to go on a quest. And the quest at the moment is to work through all the cut out things that's halfway or just a piece or just a pattern piece and to make something out of it. So on yesterday's quest, I make this top. I used for the back 2 pieces of the cotton or the viscose lycra that was left. You will see there's a seam on that side. And then this was a piece, it was already cut out into a little top that came my way because somebody threw out some scraps and it came to me. So I finished the top. My sister loves it. And she is very excited to wear it. And the only thing is, she likes things neat and tidy. If you present something to her, if it's got the bow around it, she's in her element. So I just did a roll hem at the bottom. And when she fitted it, she looked in the mirror and she's like, "What are you going to do at the edge, on the end?" And I was like, "It is done. There's a roll hem." And she's like, "No, that is not done." So I went ahead and I cut out some more binding like I used around the sleeves and around the neck. And I'm now just going to bind the bottom, and she's very happy with that. Another thing that happened this week, or actually it started last week, I don't know if you remember these little fold-over dresses, wrap-around dresses that I made for a beauty salon as uniforms. And she took them to have them embroidered, her beautiful logo. Something went wrong. So they tried to unpick it and they ruined 2 of them. I had to end up, luckily I still had some material, so I ended up unpicking everything and sew in another panel in 2 of them in the front. The unpicking took forever because when I sew properly. And so I need to work on my 2 proper sewing style because unpicking, it is torture. So anyway, that took me longer than I planned, but at least they're done. I washed them because she did not wash them yet. after she wore them a few times, and I need to iron them today. Also, working through the stash, this was some Shetland yarn that I found on cones when I was in England, and luckily that was in my suitcase that came with me. And so I've been wanting to knit, but I find when I knit a pattern that I have to follow, I just get bored because I can't sit and knit and do anything else. I have to follow the pattern. So this was a picture I saw once of quite an interesting design, and I am just recreating the picture on the sleeves, knitting the sleeves. As you can see, with the Shetland yarn, it is quite uneven, but as soon as you wash it, down here I washed the sample, it becomes so beautiful. And so I've just been knitting on it at night or whenever I was in Zoom meetings lately, and it's been so rewarding. So, sometimes we talk about, what do you call it? Dopamine crafts. I think let's call it dopamine crafts. So I've realized that I love the crafts that I'm doing because the dopamine that I get when I finish something is the thing that my brain is craving. So by finishing those, even though it took forever, I can't tell you what sense of satisfaction I experience. And with knitting, I think it's one of the best dopamine hits that you can get. So with knitting, you knit, and then after this much, you can see it's growing. And sometimes you can put stitch markers in to see exactly how much it is growing. I see I've lost my beautiful kitty stitch marker, but I'm not very good at keeping on to my stitch markers. That's why I don't use them. So I've been giving my brain a dopamine hit, and it's not the fast one that you get with scrolling, because that one actually doesn't count, because it gives you a little bit, and then your brain goes down quite a lot, and then the next time it's a little bit, and actually you've got a negative graph. But through knitting and sewing, it's a positive graph. You started knitting, it's the frustration and the irritation because it takes so slow, or even with sewing. But then when you finish it, that dopamine hit is top notch. So go for the slow release dopamine hits. Don't go for the quick ones that you get with scrolling or the chocolate you eat immediately, unless you walk to buy the chocolate, because then there's the apprehension. So basically, you need to build up apprehension for the dopamine to really be the good type that gives your brain the hit you need. So yeah, I have been doing some dopamine sewing and dopamine knitting. Then, let me show you this. Oh my goodness, come here. I got some more alterations. I did all the unpicking that I can do because I was listening to a podcast and I wanted to focus on that and not on sewing. But now I need to get to these. Some of them I just need to do a little bit of alterations. But this one I need to cut up. I still have a little bit of unpicking to do. And then make a new dress out of it. So that is something I'm going to work on this weekend. Because this weekend, let me just put this down. I'll be back with you now. This weekend, I am completely on my own, which I'm so excited about. I love my sister. We share a house and we have a lot of fun. But you know what? Sometimes the best thing is to have time on your own and it's just you. I don't know about you, but I love moments like that. I do love people as well, but I'm really looking forward to spending time on my own. So I'm planning on coming into this room early in the morning and not moving until I'm done. Let's see if I can get it done. I hope so, because a while ago, I really had bad sciatica and working was so painful, but now I'm better and I am actually ready to get going again. So let's watch the space. I'll report back next week. So that means there's not going to be a lot of stash busters or whip finishes, but I'm just looking where that whip is. Oh, it's over here, like this. There was a cutout piece and now I'm stash busting and finishing a whip. But I will get through some orders, and orders is always good because it's nice when people pay you for your work. Yeah, that's also a dopamine thing sometimes. Another thing I need to do, about 4 years ago, I had a December market and a friend and I made tons of these little jumpsuits, very plain and simple. And I gave this one away to somebody, but the legs are too long to her liking. And I said, I will shorten it because I really want them to go to good homes and I know she will wear them. So I need to work on that as well. And that is all the things I'm sewing at the moment. Today, I want to find out, what are you working on? Do you also have languishing whips? I'm just looking down here and I see the whips peeking at me. I'm looking over there and I see the whips peeking over at me. I'm looking down there and I see some whips peeking at me, and it actually sometimes freaks me out. And then I just leave this room and don't come back because I feel too overwhelmed. So, do you have whips that's waiting and lingering? Is the one question. Second question. Are you will you alter things to fit you properly, or do you just buy a new thing? I would really be interested in that, or make a new thing. And my third question is, what do you do for dopamine hits? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.